Hi Moonies. I'm here with you today with a review on the Super Groupies Sailor Moon trolley bag, and I guess the regular bag too. So originally when these came out, I said absolutely not, they were too expensive, but then I recently got married, and when you get married, one of the items people can get you is luggage. And after looking at some prices of some luggage, a carry-on like this will run you anywhere from about $100 to $500. So at about $200 US, this bag is actually kind of middle of the road. I also found that my current carry-on was falling apart, so I rationalized this as a good purchase. Yeah. So originally when this came out, I was not planning to buy this bag here. I have several canvas bags. I do not need another one. However, when I found out that these bags also had a special compartment to put on your carry-on, I was sold. So I guess first things first, this bag. This bag, I would say, is a very good carry-on bag, your personal bag for the airplane. What I need in bags like this is something that's big enough to hold my regular purse that I would carry around. So that's how I get around that. So it's big enough for a clutch. I'm not sure if anything much bigger than that could fit in here. But recently I took these two bags to France, and I ended up using this bag as kind of my normal bag, which I carried around the city. And I found a few things interesting about it. So since it's very wide, it's very difficult, if it's very stuffed with stuff, to open the bag. So it's just kind of awkward when it's all full. So what I ended up doing was I closed this zipper right here, and I used this little section right here as my easy access for stuff. The only problem with that is if you forget to zip up the zipper, your stuff is going to fall out the other end. In general, I really wouldn't recommend this as a general carry-around bag when you're traveling. Definitely use your clutch, your regular bag that you're using, because trying to get in and out of this bag while you're out and about in a city is a little difficult. I also found too that that when you hold this bag, you generally want to hold it like this, right? Because you want the cool decoration part outside. However, if you are right-handed like me, that means the zipper is actually behind you and not in front of you. So I prefer to have the zipper in front of me, just for security purposes, easy access purposes, and so if I do that, that will hide the design. So that was a bit of a bummer. Okay, so that's this bag. Inside, you have a really nice fabric design in there. With gold detailing, which is very nice. You have a bigger compartment, a smaller compartment, and that's really all there is in this bag. And obviously you have that little compartment that was made by the zipper. Another good thing about this bag is that it has a zipper. So if you're abroad, you do not want to bring anything that's drawstring when you're abroad, because that's easy access for pickpockets. So if something has a zipper, that's really good. So in that way, a zipper is excellent for this traveling piece. All right, so now to this bag. Woohoo! It's about the same size as my older bag, except the compartments are a little bit bigger, different, and I would say it's slightly smaller. And one of the things why I didn't buy this bag at first was I thought, oh, this is going to get really dirty really quickly. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to buy it, whatever. But then I was forced to check it in at the airport, and what do you know? It got dirty. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this dirt out. I'm imagining there's probably grease on it or something. So it can get dirty very easily, which is, I would say, a big negative about this bag. Now, some people, when they go to the airport, they will wrap their bag in plastic, which when I came back from France, that's what I did. However, that does cost about €10, which is about maybe $10 to $15. And, you know, if you travel a lot, I kind of find that maybe it be an expense that you really just don't want to have. Maybe you can wrap it at home with saran wrap. Anywho, so in the front there's a compartment. It's pretty it can be kind of it's not really like a sturdy compartment, so I wouldn't put anything valuable in here. I think I put some maybe underwear in that compartment, socks, that type of thing. But probably you would want to put something that's like flat, but which can be a little hairy because, you know, it's not hard at all. It's not very structured and whatnot. On the back side of it, there's also another flat compartment, which I found was very convenient for, say you put all of your travel documents. You have a folder, so maybe you're using your Sailor Moon clear file. It's a very nice, handy-dandy compartment for that. One of the other points about this is that it's a rolling suitcase. So, and what I find was difficult about rolling suitcase is that if you don't roll this carefully, like you could really screw up the wheels, and then your bag is kind of screwed. So the documents that come with the bag come with some tips about how to roll it properly. Like you can roll it like that. You can roll it like this. I would just be very kind of careful. I wouldn't say like the wheels are completely like reinforced or anything. They're just like plastic, so be careful about that. You can see here on the documents that came with the bag, like they said you could use like this as your luggage tag or something, but even though there's snaps on this, I have no idea what they're talking about. So on here you can see that this is not a Sailor Moon tag that I've put on it. It would be really nice if I could have a Sailor Moon tag for this. So obviously here you have her collar, and it's like the rest of her bodysuit, bows. It says Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon right there. It says Sailor Moon on the zippers. There's a star that says Moon right here. There's a handle here, handle there. Like my previous carry-on, there was a mesh section up here. There is, I've never really used anything like this latch thing, but I suppose if you do not want your things to be jostled around, this is very helpful. It doesn't come with any like laundry bag or anything like my previous bag. And this has the same fabric that is used in the bag I showed you earlier. There you go. And yeah, it's a pretty basic bag. Although I have to say I have fit a lot into it. I actually used it for a cosplay day. And I fit my Neo Queen Serenity dress in here and the paraphernalia. I also, when I went to France, I was going to a wedding, and I fit in a long bridesmaid's dress in here. I also, when I travel pretty lightly, so which I recommend for any traveler. I guess the last point I need to make on this is my husband noted that he thought this handle right here, when you elongate it, he thought it was shorter than my previous bag. So sometimes he will carry my bag for me. And this is actually a little bit shorter than my previous bag, probably maybe since it's made for women. Not sure. But I wouldn't say for my use, it doesn't necessarily bother me. But I think it's something to note maybe if you are someone who's very tall. Possibly. And lastly, yeah, so overall, it's a nice carry-on. I guess the biggest drawback is it getting dirty. And so I guess if you really want to use this bag, like you're taking it conventions, you're putting it in your car, maybe that's, you won't have to check it. I know in places like Japan, like maybe they're very good about like letting you have your carry-on, but here in the United States, with all the changes that have been going on with you know, airplanes and airlines, you know, you don't, even if you are going to carry on your bag, they might check it when you get to your gate. So so yeah, I would guess this would not be the best thing ever if you live in the United States and you're not like wrapping it in that plastic. Yep, that's my review of this bag. If you have any questions, I will put any links at the bottom there. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks.